Welcome back, everyone. We've got some breaking news here today. The super fight is officially on. It is now 100% confirmed. No more waiting. No more wondering. 1 year ago, it looked like we might be getting this fight. And now, 12 months later, it's happening. In what is arguably the biggest fight in the last decade. Possibly even longer. Pound for pound, King versus pound for pound. King, we have Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. This fight is set for July 29th, live on the Premium Network. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. First off, I want to say, this is the moment that we all knew was coming. I think anybody that has been watching boxing for any amount of time over the last few years knew this fight would eventually happen. It's just a matter of time. But how many people actually thought we would see this fight in 2023? How many people thought after all the twists and turns, the ups and downs, all the negotiations that went down, that we wouldn't see this fight? Because I honestly believed we were UND gone. Not see this fight for another 2 or 3 years at least. But here we are. And what an incredible matchup we have. This is two guys who are so fundamentally different, but at the same time, they're both so dominant, so good, so entertaining. It's really just going to be a case of styles making fights. So, what do we expect from these guys? Well, first off, obviously, we know what we're going to get from Terence Crawford. We know what he's capable of. He's done it time and time again. Whereas with Canelo, although we know he's a very, very good fighter, we do want to quite know what to expect because we have even seen him in this weight class for nearly 3 years. So what sort of form has Canelo come back in? A lot of people are saying that he actually looks better than ever. But the real question is, how much better than ever? I mean, he does look good, but at the same time, he's only fought once this year. He did stop John Ryder fairly comfortably in May, but other than that, we haven't seen too much from Canelo. And that's why this fight against Crawford is such a big step up. I mean, he could have easily taken a couple more warm-up fights, but he's going straight into the deep end. So what can we expect from Canelo? Well, I think what we're going to see from Canelo is a more patient fighter, someone that's less willing to go toe-to-toe. He is a little bit older now. He's had more wars than just about anybody else out there. And he knows that he doesn't have the gas tank to go blow for blow with someone like Terence Crawford. That's why I think we're going to see a smarter, more technical Canelo. I think it's something he's been working towards for years anyway. And now that he's moved up to super middleweight, I just don't think he has the gas tank anymore to really go war. I think he's going to rely more on his movement, his jab, picking shots, and being a lot more patient. Then on the other side, we have Terence Crawford, someone who's coming into this fight as the favorite. He's coming in as the smaller man, but he's shown that weight means nothing. I mean, he dismantled Errol Spence in only the 9th round. I don't think we've seen anything like it in the last decade. It was absolutely ruthless. We saw a completely different side to Terence Crawford, but it was definitely the best performance I've seen from any boxer in a very long time. And it just shows the sort of form he can get into. We know how explosive, how powerful he is when he wants to be. And at the same time, he's such a good technical boxer. You can't forget that! I think if Crawford brings anywhere near his best form to this fight, then he should be able to take a victory. But at the same time, this is the hardest test of his career, by far. And Canelo is someone who has never been stopped, who has always answered the bell. And I think that in itself is going to be a tough test for Bud Crawford. He's used to fighting opposition that tends to fall away and fade out. But with Canelo, I think he has gone. Be up against it in that regard because Canelo is so tough and he has never, ever stopped in his career. I think we're going to see a completely different side to Terence Crawford. I think we're going to see him box smarter. I think he's going to be a lot more patient. And that's why he is such a dangerous fighter. Because he doesn't need to show his absolute best form to get a victory. I think if he boxes smartly, if he uses his jab, he'll be able to dictate the pace, control the distance, and frustrate Canelo. At the same time, he'll be ready to let his hands go when he needs to be. Now, I don't think Crawford is going to try and take Canelo out early. He's not going to try and get the knockout. I think he has gone, pick him apart throughout the whole 12 rounds and try and win a unanimous decision. I think that's the best way for him to approach this fight. And if he does that, then he should come out on top. But the question is, how will Canelo respond? What sort of game plan has Eddie Reynoso come up with? And I think the key for Canelo is going to be the jab. As always, his jab is going to be the most important weapon. If he can keep that jab close and contained, then it's going to be hard for Crawford to get inside and land his power shots. Like I said, they're so fundamentally different. It's just going to be a case of styles make fights, and I think it's going to be the most exciting fight of the year. Now, I'm not going to predict the winner. I'm not going to say who's going to win. I think it's going to be so close. It could come down to the wire. It could even come down to a split decision. But what I will say is that whoever wins this fight, they're going to be considered the pound-for-pound number one. And the loser, although still an incredibly great fighter, they're going to drop down the rankings. I mean, realistically, we can't have two pound-for-pound kings. There can only be one. And with the winner of this fight, they're going to be looking to unify the division. They're going to be looking to face Jermell Charlo. I think that's probably the next step. Whether that happens in September or October, we'll have to wait and see. But there's already talk that Charlo is the mandatory challenger for the winner of Crawford versus Canelo. So who do you think takes the victory? Who do you think comes out on top? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is going to be the biggest event of the year. Arguably the biggest event in the last decade. And it's finally happened. It's finally been confirmed! And I'm just so excited to see these two warriors go to war on July 29th. But that's all I've got for you today, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but I wanted to wait until this news came through, and it's finally happened. So, thank you for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for future updates. I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye!